Wasn't what it looked like.
My name is Daniel Mercer. For 8 years, I thought I knew my wife, Emily. Every laugh, every fear, every moment of comfort. I knew her, or so I believed. But nothing could have prepared me for the evening that seared itself into my memory forever. It was an ordinary Wednesday, the kind of day you forget as soon as it's over. I'd left work early to surprise her with her favorite takeout. We'd been distant for weeks, and I was hoping to close that gap. As I turned the key in our front door, a strange quiet greeted me. No music, no television, just the low hum of the living room lamp. Something was wrong. Then I heard it, voices, hushed, close, way too close. I stepped into the doorway and my world froze. Emily wasn't alone. She was on the couch, her hands intertwined with another man's guy I vaguely recognized from her work, Michael. His posture was tense, his face a mask of guilt. But it was Emily's expression that broke me. She looked pale, shaken, utterly shattered. The moment they saw me, their hands flew apart. Emily's breath hitched in her throat. Michael's eyes widened in panic, but I didn't yell. I didn't throw things or demand answers. A strange, cold clarity washed over me. It wasn't anger, it was an ending. With quiet precision, I set the takeout bag on the table. "Emily," I said, my voice unnervingly calm, "come with me." Her knees seemed to buckle as she stood. She followed me to the bedroom, each step echoing like the final ticks of a clock. I closed the door behind us, and the soft click sounded louder than any scream ever could. She stood there, trembling, unable to meet my gaze. I sat on the edge of our bed, the weight of 8 years crushing my chest. Finally, I broke the silence. "I trusted you more than I trusted myself." Her tears came instantly, a torrent of silent regret. "Daniel, please. It's not what it looked like. But guilt has a voice that speaks long before any confession." I looked directly into her eyes, not to judge, but to see if the woman I married was still in there somewhere. "Do you love him?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. She flinched. Not like someone wrongly accused, but like someone trapped between a truth she could unspeak and a lie she could no longer maintain. That silence, that hesitation, that simple inability to say no, it fractured something deep inside me, a part of me that would never heal the same way. Slowly, deliberately, I stood up. Each movement felt heavy, like I was lifting the pieces of a life that was no longer mine. "I can't stay here tonight," I whispered. "I need some air." Her sobs filled the room raw, desperate, and panicked. But they didn't pull me back. The woman crying in front of me wasn't the one I had married, and the man walking away wasn't the one who used to beg for answers. Something fundamental between us had just died. Quietly, painfully, irrevocably, I walked back into the living room. Michael was still there, frozen on the couch. He opened his mouth, probably to offer some pathetic excuse. "Daniel, I swear," I held up a hand, my calm unwavering. "This isn't about you," I said firmly. "Leave?" He scurried out the door like a thief escaping the scene of a crime. I grabbed my coat. Emily stumbled after me, her face a mess of tears and mascara. "Please, Daniel, please don't leave. We can talk. We can fix this." I turned and really looked at her, the person who once brought every color into my world. But all I felt was a profound, soul-deep exhaustion. "Emily," I said softly, "there's nothing you can say tonight that will make this hurt less." She reached for my arm, a desperate attempt to hold on. I stepped back, not out of hatred, not for revenge. I stepped back because some primal instinct for self-preservation screamed at me to create distance. "I'm leaving," I said quietly. "Not to punish you, to protect myself." Her sobbing stopped abruptly. That, she hadn't expected. "Protect yourself?" she whispered, confused. "Yes," I replied. "Because betrayal suffocates you far more silently than anger ever could." I walked to the door. Her voice, cracked and broken, followed me. "Daniel, I'm begging you, please stay." My hand rested on the doorknob. I didn't turn around. "If I stay tonight," I said, my voice low, "we will say things we can never come back from. So I'm choosing to walk away with whatever dignity I have left." And then I left her with the words that would echo long after I was gone. "You made your choice, Emily. Now I'm making mine. I opened the door, stepped out into the cool night air, and closed it gently behind me. No slamming, no shouting. Just the quiet, final click of a lock on a story that was now over.